Donald Trump is being urged to take action after former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez was sentenced to 5 years in prison over a case that has divided public opinion and triggered a massive reaction across the MMA community. Velasquez pleaded no contest to charges of felony attempted murder and assault. This came after a shocking incident where he reportedly chased down and shot at a man named Harry Golar. Golar is currently facing charges of sexually assaulting Velasquez's 4-year-old son. During the chase, Velasquez missed Golar, but a bullet struck Golar's stepfather instead. That single moment, driven by the rage and desperation of a father, has now landed Velasquez behind bars. What makes this case even more emotionally charged is the nature of the accusation against Golar. Many feel that Velasquez was doing what any parent would do when faced with such an unthinkable situation. Instead of being seen as a threat to society, supporters argue that Velasquez was simply reacting to a failure of the justice system to protect his child. And now, there's a growing call for intervention. One of Velasquez's closest allies in the sport, former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold, is speaking out, and he's calling on Donald Trump to step in. Rockhold made it clear where he stands. He said, "If there is ever a time for President Trump to step in and serve a real pardon that makes all the sense in the world, it's not just a casual comment, it's a direct plea aimed at one of the few people who could change Velasquez's fate." Trump, who has issued high-profile pardons before, is now being looked at as the last resort by some in the MMA world. Rockhold continued by highlighting how broken the system feels to many watching this unfold. He said, "A lot of people are saying they're glad he didn't do 20-30 years. I think that really just comes down to the fact that the whole system is wrong." That comment hits hard, because it reflects what a lot of fans and fighters are feeling. This isn't just about one man's prison sentence. It's about the idea that the legal system, in trying to enforce the law, failed to show compassion to a father whose child was allegedly abused. Rockhold didn't stop there. He added, "He's done his time. He's proved he's not a threat to society. Everything is just so sick." That last sentence is telling. Everything is just so sick. It's not about justifying violence. It's about the emotional toll this entire situation has taken, not just on Velasquez, but on everyone who has followed the case. The trauma, the headlines, the courtroom, every piece of it feels heavy. Velasquez, who once stood as the most dominant force in the UFC's heavyweight division, now finds himself in a much different kind of fight. Not in the octagon, but in a courtroom, in a prison, and in the public eye. For many, Cain Velasquez is not a criminal. He's a father who reached a breaking point. For others, the law is the law, and his actions, even if emotionally understandable, crossed a line. But the question now being asked is, should this be the end of the road? Or is there still a chance for justice to be redefined? That's where Trump comes in. Luke Rockhold's call for a pardon has added fuel to the fire. It's a bold statement, and it's one that comes not from a place of politics, but from loyalty, emotion, and a belief that Velasquez deserves a second chance. Should Donald Trump answer that call? Should Cain Velasquez be pardoned? Let us know what you think in the comments. This case has stirred up intense reactions, and your voice matters too. If you want to stay updated on stories like this, real stories that hit hard and make people talk, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.